we're getting ready to welcome in Talking Codswallop as soon as they're ready, as we're approaching the 2 o'clock hour here. As you guys can see on the progress bar on the stream, over $7,000 raised for the Cancer Research Institute thus far. Just amazing stuff. Everybody that's been involved, everybody that's been hanging out in the chat, you guys are just an inspiration. Speaking of inspirations, Gemma and James joining.
I have to clean up my kitchen. I'll be back in like 10 minutes, but hi.
Whatevs.
Okay,
I thought you were supposed to be part of the show.
Oh, he'll be back.
No.
Donut glaze all over him.
If he's got stuff he's got to do, he's got to do it.
Yeah.
Just one
To be fair, your donuts did look lovely. So
wait, we are talking about donuts, right? This isn't a euphemism, some element of this broadcast that I've completely missed, is it?
Don't
ask. If it is, why was I not allowed in to see this sort of stuff?
Well, you were allowed in, but you just chose not to click on the link.
I was just wondering, what donut-based stuff did I miss?
Yeah, it was a fun segment for sure. Well, welcome, guys. Talking Codswallop.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you guys do your thing, but tell us a little bit about it. I mean, this is your first time on live stream, right? So what's the show all about?
This is our first time. This is the brainchild of my wonderful co-host, Gemma. This is her creation. I was just lucky enough to be pulled along for the ride. So, Gemma, give us some history. It's just one interesting thing. I'm doing that because you are to that direction on me.
Okay, well, I'm above you here, so I need to go like that to poke at you.
Okay.
So so talking Codswallop, I'll do it in brief, but basically, it was me who started it about 4 or 5 years ago. And and it just, I wanted to do something funny and do something that was entertaining for like at least once a week, kind of thing. And it grew from there, really. And I decided to then bring James on board. And because initially I started it out that it was actually going to be like interviewing people on a weekly basis, but trying to schedule people to actually, always be there and stuff like that. It was always a bit hard. So brought James on board, and we haven't looked back since, really, have we? So we have got some crazy stuff that we get on with, but also we're just pretty much two people that just sit in a room, or separate rooms, but on a podcast mic and chat away, really, isn't it, James? So
it's a very interesting thing, because the way I first got involved was I'd had some involvement being on podcasts, but I was a big fan of podcasts, and then I reached out. I was trying to learn more about them, and Gemma was kind enough to respond to me. Didn't have a clue who it was, but was kind enough to respond to me, talk to me, brought me on as a guest, and then clearly she was happy enough with what she saw. I was in some sort of self-punishment mode and decided to get me on as a co-host. I mean, I say she saw a good thing in me. She secretly probably says self-punishment, self-flagellation. But yeah, it's been great. And we have the great thing where we're having fun, we're having a laugh. We discuss all the crazy stuff that's going on in our lives and in the week, and things that we've enjoyed and had fun. And we do interviews with people as well. And Gemma was kind enough to give me my own little corner of the Codswallop world where I can do cinematic stuff. Our recent one, we actually discussed Gemma and I discussed Mean Girls. Did a review of that one?
Yeah, that comes out this Sunday, doesn't it? So, yeah.
Yep. So that shameless plug for our future episode there. But we also do some interviews with people who worked in the industry, things like that as well. It's all good fun. It's all enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely. So, but I feel as though, because I haven't introduced us as a thing, I need to do my little intro. So I'm going to start with welcome to this next hour's worth of Talking Codswallop podcast. You're in for a treat. Maybe not. Who knows? I am Gemma.
I am, as always, James. And if you've never heard us before, or you've never seen us before, this is the time to do it. And if you've heard us before, you're now getting to see us. So it's a double treat.
And we do often know what we're doing, but
we do.
Maybe not.
See, the fun thing is when we're doing this, I always think of that bit out of Jane Silent Bob Reboot. There's a script. Oh no, sorry, it was Strike Back, was it? There's a script.
Definitely.
There's planning for us. What? Really?
So, I mean, let's start with how
start.
everybody's week's been. So, like, Gerald, are you joining us? Did you want to say how your week's been?
Well, I'm glad to be here because, I work in retail. So I've been working 10-hour days up until today.
Wow.
So today's a good day. But, working in that business and dealing with customers sometimes, it's not always the greatest thing in the world.
No.
But this event is just something to look forward to really all year. And the last couple of weeks, the excitement's been building. So all things considered, it is a great week, shaping up to be a great week. And I'm super excited for this weekend. We did get a couple donations. I just wanted to shout out Owen Edmonds and James Higson, both donated.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good guys. Thank you.
Yeah, because we call our listeners, you possibly don't know this, but we call our listeners salty tadpoles. Now, you can use your imagination and work out what we mean by that, or I can tell you.
Yeah.
Being of innocent mind, I just say it's fish. It's fish related.
Yeah, right.
Nothing filthy.
Nick may have spoiled this a little bit, but I guess things that you're salty about in pop culture and society.
Oh no, sorry, because so basically our listeners are called salty tadpoles. So basically sperm.
Actually, at that point, Gerald, I was going to say to Gemma, tread gently, but she did the bull in the china shop.
Yeah.
And just,
we're live, but we don't have to be work. We don't have to be suitable for work or whatever, do we? So, but yeah, the podcast, Codswallop means basically it's like crap, rubbish,
talking
trash.
rubbish, isn't it?
Sorry, in your case,
it's like gibberish. Talking gibberish, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds cool.
Or shit.
I'm trying to be. I'm obviously far too. Trying to keep it far too clean. As I said, bull china shop Gemma.
Coming in hot.
Massive thank you to our two salty tadpoles for the donations there. That is incredible. And thank you for watching as well, guys. Oh, are you ready now, Nick?
Nick's coming back. He's got all the glaze off.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think he's playing with his laptop in the corner, and now he's with us.
He has so much to do there at the mothership. Me and Dan are usually on site with him, and we're remote this year, so I feel bad. He's probably has like 10 screens in front of him trying to figure everything out.
He has that look of someone who's very, very focused on something.
Yeah,
exactly. But to be honest, we're probably we're so laid back. It's hard for us to focus on things most of the time. But
we're so laid back. 99% of the time, people think we're asleep.
Someone wake them up.
No, don't poke the bear when it's sleeping. So, James, how's your week been? You done anything fun?
It's not been too bad. I've managed to catch up and watch a bit of stuff on the old TV stuff, downloading internet, etc. The usual stuff. I have got some wonderful Codswallop that falls into what I've done this week. The stuff that has poked the bear. How have you been?
Yeah. Again, not too bad. It's been like a working week. Obviously, I've been covering for somebody else, so it's been quite exhausting this week. But I don't work in retail, but I do work with customers, so I do understand where you're coming from with that.
The comment of the customer is always right is bullshit.
Yeah,
we all
100%.
know that it's complete and utter bullshit.
Yeah,
unless you, of course, are the customer, at which point you know you're right.
Yeah, exactly. But no, honestly, I agree with that. That it's so horrible because it's like, they really do live by that rule. It's like in England now we've started this new thing with regards to driving and like drivers versus pedestrians kind of thing. And sorry, I talk with my hands, so you're gonna have to watch my hands as I go like this. But it's all, I'm not even really 100% what the rules are because I haven't really been following them, but it's like if there's if there's a pedestrian who's trying to cross the road, you have to sort of halt, stop really fast almost, so sort of thing, to let them cross the road. And I don't know, I've kind of lost my point of where I was going with that. So
Can I just say,
What I
as
got
a
out of that,
motorist,
walk with your hands.
as an motorist and a pedestrian, that really does fill you full of confidence for you around, Gemma. She said, well, I haven't really studied it. I'm not sure anymore what it is. So when some poor pedestrian's clinging to the bonnet of a car,
yeah,
that'll be the excuse. I didn't read it.
Yeah, I have.
Fine.
It'd be fine. No pedestrians were hurt in this conversation, by the way. It's all good.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Right. Should we move on to our Codswallops? And
yes.
So if you do yours first, and then hopefully by then Nick will be back, and so I believe he's got one as well that you wanted to bring to the table. So
my Codswallop ties in perfectly to our earlier conversation about the fact that the customer is always right. In this case, they were right because it was me. I was the customer. So you go out your way. Will I name names? Yes, I will. So the Nationwide Building Society. So I go all the way to go and do something, which is change some details. That in itself isn't a major problem. You can do it in the branch. It's great to get it sorted. This is the one that gets my go, and I'd love input from both of you and for anybody else who's listening. So I go in. They can't print me off a list of my accounts. They can't help me look at moving something to a better based account. They tell me I have to go home and do it all online. So the question I'm going to ask is this: what is the point of the branch? What's the point of going there? What honestly is the point of going? Because if you go in and they can, and the other thing that became interesting is I actually could have changed some things I needed online anyway. What's the point? If they literally will say, well, we'll send you some links. You can only do it online. We can't print you anything out. We can't say anything about your accounts. But if you go back online, go home and go online, you can do it.
Well, I get.
I honestly went to say to the guy, this was the manager, I went to go, why are you here?
Yeah.
What purpose do you serve? What?
Is there stuff that you can only do at the branch, or is it
the only stuff? The only stuff you could do is get cash out, but
true.
To be fair, you could get cash out the cash machine in the wall that's there for the branch. So, yeah.
Well, James Hickson says that you should just buy Bitcoin, and then it problem solved. So,
okay. I mean, yeah, Bitcoin's crashed out recently, so this might be the best time to buy Bitcoin. Who knows? But possibly. But no, I mean, it is. I can see some of the benefits of why they would be there as a branch because, people, if you're older, maybe don't use the internet and you need to get money out, or you can't use the whole wall, you can get money out. But it comes back to the original question. What if you can't use the internet? What if you don't have that access?
Yeah,
I couldn't get my head around the fact that they couldn't do the simplest thing of just running me a list of things off.
It does seem a bit crazy, to be completely honest, because it's like, isn't that, I don't mean this horribly, but isn't that their job?
Well, you would think so.
And
the thing is, it didn't even leave me to want to have a conversation with this guy. I literally want to get in and out as quickly as possible once the guy had done the stuff. And he wasn't by any means, he wasn't nasty. There were no problems with him. He was a nice enough guy. But I literally was just like, and as soon as it happened, I thought that'd be a great one to do on the show.
Yes.
I literally couldn't get my head around that. Couldn't fathom it at all.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
It's a weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound annoying. So, but yeah, I don't really know what to say. But, it's kind of, it's a tricky one though, isn't it? Because it's like, if that's his, if that's their policies or whatever, and he's not able to actually do the thing that you're after. But I mean, it does seem a bit crazy.
I do get that, but it's also not going to be much fun for them because surely they're going to get flack off people. and they can't do anything about it. And you've seen this with other providers; they're doing the same thing. They'll now have, say, one bank, I was going to say bank, but one desk till area open. They only can do certain things on say they're open on a Saturday. There's only certain very specific tasks they can do. So it not only infuriates the customer, it's going to create problems for the staff, because the staff are going to get flack off people coming in saying to them, this is a terrible service. It's just it's a difficult one all around, and it's one that I don't have the power to change, but I'm still venting my spleen, as they say, whatever the hell the term is, on the fact that it's an annoying one. It is a very annoying one.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that, definitely. So did you have any other Codswallops?
Certainly. Well, it's interesting because it ties in to something we were discussing earlier, which is the fact that we talked about cars.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, Salty Tab Bowls and listeners in other areas of the world, because we've gone multi-streaming this time and people are listening in and seeing us. Jim and I do talk outside this medium.
Believe it or not.
We discuss, believe it or not, we do. And Gemma and I were discussing the wonderful thing that is the price of petrol in this country, how it's going up and up and up. And this is, I think, happening across the globe anyway, but it's a big area of consternation in the UK. And interestingly, in case you are wondering why I keep looking that way, it's because Gemma is on that side of my screen. I'm not just staring at some random stuff over this way, because in that case, I'd just be looking at a speaker. But we're discussing the price of petrol, and Gemma was saying, like, I put £15 in, it's done nothing. It's raised nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened with the car.
Well, that was a bit spooky anyway, but are you going to carry on with that? I suppose, actually, let's let you carry on with that. So, sorry.
Oh, no.
That would have been an edit, everyone.
I'll get to the point, because Gemma's car suddenly, the gauge for the petrol raised, and I made the point that the car's demonically possessed.
Yeah.
Which would make you think of the car Christine in the Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
Film. But we got to this interesting thing that shocked, and could it appall me? No, maybe it did appall me slightly. But what did you tell me, Gemma, about your car?
Well, I said, its name is Loki, so of course it's going to cause me a few problems. And
which was kind of cool as a name, but I was like, you name your car?
Yes, I do. I name it inanimate objects.
Yes.
You spend half your life in your car. Sometimes you just need to name your car so that you can talk to it and go, come on, Loki, let's get that extra bit of juice so you can get to the petrol station. Everyone talks to their car, I'm sure of it. It's not just me.
What are the names if you give them previous cars?
My first car was Henry because it was a H-Reg.
Okay, I like the thinking, kind of.
Yeah. I'm drawing a couple of blanks. My last car was called Frank, and it was purple.
Mm-hmm. Is that after Garmin?
No, I don't know why. I just called it Frank because it was such a girly looking car, and I thought I'm going to man it up by calling it Frank. And I think I can't remember. There was a Beatrix, I think, was one of them. So I had a female car at one point, but Bertha. Sorry, Bertha, not Beatrix.
Bertha.
Yeah.
See, the reason it's a bit Codswallop for me is there's no history with me or my family, to my knowledge, giving names to our cars. But then I had to think about this properly, and I have to make a confession. I do name my car, in a sense. It's a lot, but with me, it's family orientated names that I give my car.
Yeah.
Son of a mother, very family oriented. All nice G-rated, family orientated names. Honestly, lots of as I said, mother, son of a.
Yeah. But then, don't you live like quite a boring life in that case? Because
But what? But it's just pure. With me. It's what you would expect from you, Gemma, which is anger and swearing at the car. Well, it's never been a huge thing for me naming it. I can see why people would do it. I do occasionally nickname mine the Black Beast, so I have to admit I have given it a name sometimes.
Well, that's naming it. Yeah, that's exactly exactly it. That's exactly naming it, James.
Generally, with me though, it's more foul. It's more, family orientated names when things go wrong.
Oh, but still, it's fun. It's fun to name things. Okay.
It is, and my final Codswallop is one that's kind of it's something that's only come to the fore recently. So we've all had to contend with the fun that has been and is still ongoing, the awful COVID-19 pandemic.
Mm.
We've not got over
I
it.
never heard of that.
Some things have been relaxed. Some people are feeling a bit less freaked out by it. Some people want to be vaccinated, some people don't. But we're getting to a point where we think we've hit a bit of a... See, I'm talking my hands as well. It must be a Codswallop thing. But we're thinking we've hit an even keel.
Yeah.
Would you agree? We're thinking things have leveled out a bit. We think we might not need to be so scared, not so terrified to go out. We don't even have to always wear masks when we're going out now either.
No, I was going to say, I keep saying yeah to you, but actually I think with regards to like the press and like the news and whatnot, they are kind of given the impression that nothing's going on. But I don't know, I've seen cases rising all over the place, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But here's the interesting thing. So we think we've come to a possibly less freaked out, scary point of that. What's now happened? Monkeypox.
Really? What's this about?
So we have now got, this is a disease, I think, that's generally in sort of like African countries, and it's quite a horrendous disease to get, and it potentially can be killer. And we started out only a few days ago where they were saying, I think 2 people down south had got it, and it looks pretty awful. You get all boils and horrible swellings and ailments, and I think it can be fatal, but they were going, we've got 2 versions of it down south, the quarantine, they're in hospital, we're dealing with it. We're now at 20.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
When you say down south, do you mean like near where I live?
I'm thinking like London away from what I've understood.
That's fine. It's far enough away. That's fine.
I mean, to be fair, you live in an area where they have like headless sex dolls floating in water. So possibly this scary pox might not be the worst thing that is the area.
We did start the plague, so let's face it.
Actually, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be so much of a shock than if it got there. But no, I'm hoping it doesn't. But yeah, you're just thinking it's not... you want to kind of say it's funny, but it's not. But it's like we've only got... We kind of got used to one thing, and then another horrendous virus hits us. It's an oh shit moment. I'm hoping it doesn't get any worse, but it's just like one of these things where you just want to, like, the desk and bang, bang, whack your head against it because you had something else is happening.
Someone in the chat is just written that Gemma lives in the English equivalent of Myrtle Beach. So I'm sort of glancing at my phone because I'm not sure how to use the chat on here. So, but yeah, I'm glancing at my phone very quickly and looking at occasional messages that we're getting in from the people who are actually viewing us right now. So excellent.
And they all, I'm assuming they're all seeming happy. And
no, they really can't stand you, James. They think that you're hugging the mic and you're not letting me talk.
That's so unusual because normally it's full agreement and love and worship of me. Am I hogging the mic? But of course I'm hogging the mic because this was my Codswallop section. So for you people who really want to listen to Gemma, and the woman who has named her car is a wonderful person and lives in an area full of, strange sex things of naked men on hills and beheaded sex dolls, we don't see a link there. I shall hand over to the wonderful Gemma, who is, again, that way for me.
Here.
So, Gemma, So where am I for you?
You're underneath me.
I'm underneath.
Which is where you should be, James.
This is like the weirdest version of Celebrity Squares ever. So, Gemma, what are your Codswallop?
Well, are you ready? Are you sitting at the edge of your seat? I have 4.
I'm gonna strap myself in for this one.
Yeah. Closer to the mic, though.
Okay. Well, it actually also gave a wonderful view of the Codswallop tee.
Yes, we have both got our t-shirts on, but we unfortunately cannot be seen. But there you go.
Yeah. Gemma's was hidden by the skinned hamster. Although we can see it now.
Now I've got to position it so I look all right again. No, I'm not that vain, people. Don't worry.
No, she is. She is. She really is. Yeah.
Don't tell my secrets. Right. My Codswallop. Actually, I'm going to make it five Codswallops.
5?
And yeah.
Is your 5th one the wonderful blonde-haired guy you work with?
No, you're my 3rd one.
I thought it'd be the first one, the major one on the list. Underlined about 9 times.
Okay, so I think one that we can all agree with for everybody who is on this live stream, whether viewing it or us actually being on it, that I think cancer is going to be a Codswallop. Because you know what? Fuck cancer. Cancer horrible. It's disgusting. It's a disgusting disease and it just needs to go away. So if anybody has got the money who can donate to this live stream, then that would be absolutely amazing, because obviously the money is going to, trying to find a cure for cancer. So, which is obviously very good. So, yes.
I agree with you 100%. I'd just like to say, wow, Gemma, what a great way to make me look like a complete shitbag.
I know.
Look at that, people. How great and professional is that from Gemma? She's let me completely vent my spleen, go about all the things that annoying me, and then she's like, she's going, right, where can I get him? I know. I'll mention the exact the positive thing we're doing, raising money to try and stop and deal with this disease. And yeah, hats off to you, Gemma. That's a good one.
Exactly.
Nice in turn.
It's a shame that the big boss man who's now just put his ears in didn't actually hear it, unfortunately. But are you there now, Nick?
I'm here. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we were
How
just
we
moving
doing?
on to our Codswallop. So my first Codswallop was cancer. So, I did a really good spill there. But no, so on a serious note, it's affected people in my life and stuff like that as well. So it's one of those nasty ones, isn't it? So
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I thought I'd get the serious one out of the way so that we could move on to the funny Codswallops. And then we will get on to yours, Nick. I was going to say, is it okay to call you Nick, or would you prefer Nicholas?
You can call me whatever you want.
Okay, good to know.
I'm not picky.
Okay.
Just don't call me
gonna
Gerald. That's the worst name ever.
See, now I've got the urge to call you that.
I'm going to call you Alas. Oh,
Fine.
Lass.
It's good. I'm good with it.
Right, so my second Codswallop is, okay, I understand that people actually really enjoy this game. I understand this because I see the notifications all the time on Facebook. It is notifications for Wordle.
Oh,
now, if you enjoy the game, fantastic, amazing, you do you. But why do I have to see, as a person who doesn't play it, why do I have to see every day that people are like, oh, I've got it on the 6th time. Oh, I've got it on the 3rd time. Oh, I've got it on this time. Thank you. Thank you. No, seriously, it's just, I don't mind if people play it and well done to them if they get the word, and I've got no interest in playing it, but oh my God, seeing the constant,
It's this generation's version of Pokemon.
well, I mean, I like Pokemon, so let's leave that alone, eh?
That's exactly why I said it.
But you don't see every time I catch a Pokemon that a notification comes up on my Facebook.
Can I
saying,
say,
"Woohoo."
I would be terrified though if you actually had a visible Pokemon you could show to people.
I can show you plenty of Pokemon on my phone. They're all in this room right now.
Oh God.
But no, I do like Pokemon, but that gets me out walking. It gets me out socializing with people, so it's a form of exercise.
I was going to say, Gemma, if you've got a room full of them, the drugs are wearing off. No, I don't get Wordle either. It's
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't get it. So, okay. So this is my 3rd one, James. Are you prepared?
I think so.
Remember, my third one is related to you. So
That doesn't surprise me. I knew I'd been there somewhere on the list. I mean, you already got well, I've already said you got the knife in because I went through all my codswallops, venting my spleen. And then you come up with a really, professional, positive, worthy thing to promote what we're doing, why we're here. And you make me look like a complete piece of shit. So anyway.
And that's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected anything less.
Well, so I'm actually going to ask your opinion, Nick. I'm going to call you Nick again because otherwise, if I keep forgetting your name, oh lass, I'm going to. So when you send out messages to people. And they can be lengthy messages or they can be short messages, whatever, but they need an answer to them. And you get the kind of response of, I'll see what I can do. Or I can neither confirm or deny. James?
These are all acceptable answers.
I don't know where he is, but
these are all excellent, acceptable answers. I'd also just say for another way you can positively respond to things. So I see no problem with what you've said. It's this.
James always, like, if I was to show you our Facebook chat, it would constantly be Facebook messages, and then it's like they get bigger.
Yeah.
And then they get smaller.
It's simply because I know that really does wind Gemma up.
The thing is, it doesn't wind me up anymore. I'm not really that bothered by it.
Oh, you become immune to it. Excellent. Yeah. I'm going to find something else then. Yeah, I'll have to have a think about this.
Yeah.
Do you like clowns?
I'm not bothered by clowns, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll find something that annoys me. You always do.
I'm right, I do. I work hard on this. I've got a whole flow chart going.
And my final personal codswallop is, hi, Mum, first of all. She's watching from the other room. When my family member, don't want to give it away, when somebody, my mum, really enjoys, she knows I was going to say this one anyway, really enjoys the song, she tends to play it so many times that it becomes overkill. Like a few years back, she found out about Disturbed because of like Sound of Silence. Mm-hmm. And she really likes that song. Fair enough, it's a good song. Obviously a cover, but still a good version of the song. And she said she just constantly played it. And I said, did you want to actually listen to some real Disturbed? Because I've been a fan for like 14 odd years. But no, she's mildly Disturbed as a fan, basically. I'm the proper Disturbed. She likes mildly version. But yeah, it did get to the point that anytime those songs are played now, it's just like, oh my God, I just want to leave the house.
And this is why your mum's leaving everything to me. This is why it's happening. We all know it's the truth. This is why it's happening.
Well, my brother doesn't get a look in at all.
Oh God, no. No, he's been completely removed from the equation. It's gone. It's all coming to me. Yeah.
Oh, Lee, sorry.
Mainly, sorry, dude. But it's mainly because, I appreciated the potato story properly.
Right,
people who've never listened to us will be completely lost on this one. But yeah, there's a long-standing potato story that was part of Gemma's family law.
It's not a family war. It was a joke with my family.
Law.
Oh, law. Sorry. Yeah. I was going to. I'm going to explain it. So, if there's any under 18s listening, then your
ears prick up right now.
Put your fingers in your ears because you're not allowed to know the answer. So anyway,
this is your warning that Livestream for the Cure is a not safe for work event.
Exactly, it is.
I'm right.
Oh, good, because I've already sworn a few times.
Ooh.
There's also just an ass
I've
behind me at literally like all times during the event. So
yeah, I noticed that. I mean, what I would also say is that when it comes to the swearing from Gemma, I've kind of started blocking it out because I've become used to it. It's sort of like, you know, kidnap victims when
Tiny little violin playing. It's so good. Right, so this family tradition of ours. So we've got this thing that's gone through generations, and it starts with what's round and brown all the year round. So, and then this is told to you, like, say, when you're 5, I don't know, some sort of age like that. But then you don't find out the answer until you're 18. So when I turned 18, I was like, oh, brilliant. I'm going to find out the answer, you know, because it is frustrating not knowing that for however many years it is. So it's like, what's round and brown all the year round? So I believe that I was told that it was a potato. After I did the recording, I asked my mum, who then told me that it was an asshole.
Yeah. It's more the fact that this has been built up for so many years for you to find this out.
Yeah. Well, I think what's happened is that it's actually my brother told me it was a potato just to like piss me off, you know, like for years to come. So basically, when I was 38, instead of 18, when I was 38, I found out the answer to this riddle.
They obviously felt you were old enough to take the information on and to be able to process it, that it wouldn't traumatize you too much.
No,
I suspect it traumatized you just a little bit, didn't it? It was just a little bit of a come down and a shock that it's that sort of thing. But you know, these things happen.
Exactly. Right. And my 5th and final Codswallop. So I've been saving them up. So that's why there's so many, because I normally bring 3. Because I'm a really pissed off person.
I was going to say you're very angry.
Yeah, I was going to get it in there before you said it.
It's like working with She-Hulk. Really, they should have just cast you in that.
Yeah, they should have. I mean, I deserve the role. I definitely could green up. That's all good. So this one is actually not my Codswallop. It's my mum's Codswallop. So she's very artsy and craftsy. So, and very, very talented as well. So I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's a Deadpool riding a unicorn on the wall there. And she actually drew that. So, you know, it's very, very good, but obviously that's quite far away. So I don't know if you can really see it or not, especially with my head in the way.
Yeah, kind of. You can make out something.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I can't take it off the wall to show you properly. But anyway, so she's really artsy and crafty. So she's been making some seat covers for our conservatory seats because they just needed freshening up and stuff. So when she was busy away on the sewing machine, couldn't think what the word was then, busy away on the sewing machine, and all of a sudden I hear this big, oh, for fuck's sake. Rah, rah, rah. Yes, my mum has got a potty mouth too.
I think I know where you get it from.
Yeah, I think I do too. And she's like, oh, no. So anyway, I mean, I don't know if she was pulling those faces. I could only hear what she was saying to me. Saying to herself from a distance. Turns out that she'd been sewing all of the seams, but the sewing machine had lost its thread, so it wasn't actually sewing.
It's a moment your heart just... How many hours had she been doing this?
Oh, it was only, it wasn't for hours. It was only for like...
That's positive.
Yeah. But still the fact that she was doing it, and it was,
It's all right. I think I know how you can get out of this problem. Well, your mum can. I'll relinquish some of the money that's coming to me, and you can put it towards buying thread. So it's a win-win for all of us.
It is a win-win for all of us. Yeah, definitely. So, so those are my Codswallops. So,
Excuse me.
She's coming in to tell me off, apparently.
Hello.
Hello.
You turned
Welcome
like
to
stories.
Yes, I am. Now fuck off. She's always got to get the limelight. Christ, she's
Well,
always got to have the limelight.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? Is she the best person to have on out of the two of you? Tough one. It's a hard one to argue. Oh, I'm getting that look. But the thing is, again, I've got to protect my inheritance. So
No, I would never. Yes, I would never take anything seriously on what James is saying. So, but right. So, Nick, are you ready with your Codswallops now?
I am. Mine are just in general.
Okay, that's fine.
We like that. We like that.
Yep. It doesn't. To be honest, we do it so often that we have to come up with new and exciting ways to piss ourselves off. So
Not that difficult, though, let's be honest.
Granted, I work from home now, so I haven't had to deal with this in quite some time. But I have to drive a lot, and when I'm commuting, if I have to use a highway, and I don't know if this is as big of a problem across the pond as it is here, but why do people not understand how to use a highway on and off ramps? To accelerate to the rate of speed to merge with traffic at speed instead of I'm going to go 20 to try to merge with this traffic that's doing 70, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it all. I've seen stuff. I always like when people have missed the actual beat and the last minute it's high speed. They have to get onto it.
They got to right at that last second, across 3 lanes, yeah.
Oh yes.
That's maddening. Nothing. Driver's licenses, in my opinion, are way too easy to get in America. I don't know if they're complicated or difficult to get in the UK, but way too easy here.
I don't know, to be honest. It took me a couple of attempts to get my driving license, but that was, to be honest, I would have got a perfect license. I would have got a perfect score the first time, near enough, because I only had a couple of minors. So you have to have a certain amount of minors, and then if you've obviously got a major, you get failed. Literally, around the last corner, I accidentally went slightly up on the curb, and it was a major. So I was like, so now I'm gonna have to redo that. So it was a pain in the ass, but yeah, I mean, I consider myself quite a good driver, but I do understand where you're coming from with regards to this. Merging onto what we call motorways over here, but same thing.
Whereas I know I'm a good driver.
He's an Audi driver.
So I know I'm a good driver. Ascension to godhood here.
Oh my goodness. And then I guess the only other thing that really, and I mean really, just is talking during movies. I can do it if it's a movie I've seen before and I'm with friends and it's I don't care. But if I've never seen it, shut up.
Yes.
I don't want to hear what you have to say.
But that, to be fair, it's interesting that we both agreed at exactly the same time, Gemma and I.
Yeah.
But it's also interesting that it's one of the things that's put me off going back to cinemas, because I have memories of. Yeah.
It always happens. Every time you go, and it's always, whenever you go, you're always somehow inevitably seated next to the person that's making the most noise. Never fails. Absolutely never fails. The person that's watching the movie and has to loudly react to everything that they see. That guy came out of that room. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
I don't mind reactions like that because that's kind of maybe human nature, but the talking part, no, I agree with that completely, because I think it was Quiet Place was at the cinema that was that silent one, wasn't it? Yeah. So I was sat next to a couple that were just whispering to each other and eating crisps. I was like, are you serious? Like it's a practically silent film. You know, the people are whispering and it's so hard to hear. You know, and you're sat there going,
I mean, I have been in a position where I've turned around and told people to shut up at the cinema where they've been talking. And it has worked. I've had to do it at concerts. That's where it really pisses me off. When you're at a concert and you've got people incessantly making noise behind you.
Oh my
you
God.
Want money for something. Yeah.
and I'm the angry one.
I found his trigger. He'd start to see the rage boiling up in him.
It's a 90-year-old man behind him at the concert, and he's like, "Get out!" Oh,
sorry, my
dear.
blood pressure's descending again now. It's all good.
That's all right. See, that's why we do Codswallops at the beginning, so then we can have a bit of a laugh, and then move on.
Just want to say, Nick, very nice microphone.
Right? I love this thing too. I just got this. God, when did I get this? I don't even know when, but I love it. I absolutely adore it. Are those studios you're wearing too, or no?
These?
Yeah.
No.
They
But
look
it's
similar
nice
to mine.
Yeah, we are almost going for a very similar thing. Same microphone, same headphone design.
I mean, is my fluffy muff not good enough for you guys?
It's not. I think it's wonderful. I mean, the hamster gave its life up for a wonderful, perfect thing to be your
I'm just
microphone.
typing that in chat now. # fluffy muff, because that's going to take off over there.
Yep.
It will. It'll go down very well.
We've determined in this year's live stream for the cure, especially, that our chat loves pornography and erotica and all things in between.
Excellent.
Well, that's good to know.
That is very good to know.
Right. If you donate, I won't do that.
We're going to go X-rated. We always have said we should have a Codswallop.
I got to switch this over to our
I'll show
Pornhub
it
channel.
here.
Hang on.
Yep. We'll do an OnlyFans segment where we show our toes.
Can't get me leg up that high.
That's why it's OnlyFans, Gem. You see, that's why it's OnlyFans. You've got to make them work for it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So have we had, how much is the target at the moment then? Or, not the target, sorry. How much is the total at the moment?
We are currently sitting at I've got too many windows. 71, 40, 74 toward the goal. Do you want to know who's donated during the segment so far?
Yes, that would be lovely. Thank you. Yeah, because I did ask for the little brings and the things to turn off, because I know how easily distracted I get, and I probably would jump out of my skin if it comes on as well.
Yeah,
So
you'd be
we
showing
had-
shiny stuff. She's like a magpie.
We had Owen Edmonds, 2505, and he said salty tadpole. That's probably something you guys get more than I do. James Higson, $6.87. All of the 5 Ps for Gemma.
Yes. Respect. Can you do pennies and 2Ps as well for Gemma?
Chris Yaney, $7.42. Thank you, Chris. Steve, Everything I Learned from Movies, who's coming up right after you guys, donated $69.69 because he realized he hadn't donated yet today. And then Timmy Dawson donated $25.05. I'd like to make this donation in honor of my friend Suzanne. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody that donated. And there's still time to show some love to Gemma and James Codswallop. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here.
You're absolutely well. Thank you for
pleasure.
having us. I think we're very British, so we like to say thank you as well. But we've had a blast. So I know we've still got like 10, 15 minutes or whatever.
We're just going to sit here silently for the rest of our time.
I'd say you're more amazing for running and doing this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I bow down to you.
Thank you so much. I just got to make donuts for the past 3 hours. I'm high on life right now.
I know. I was watching and I was salivating. Going, I mess up words, so that's why I hesitate with words a minute. But I was literally like, oh, I really could eat that donut right now. Donut.
I missed this and literally had no idea what she was talking about. I wondered about, when you said the porn element or the Pornhub element, I wondered if there's something I missed.
What? How did he actually make the holes?
Oh, Gem.
There was a point when the donuts were being we'll say probed digitally, and then we were talking about filling them, but I don't have piping tips, so I can't penetrate into the crust and squirt that filling into there.
You know this. There's somebody somewhere who's getting off to these descriptions.
100%. Absolutely 100%.
All I'll have to do is glaze.
Moist glaze.
Yeah, see, we got Alan in the chat. He's saying, "Damn it, slower, Nick."
I just say, I really hope our fellow Codswallop Joanne is listening to this because the word's moist.
Yeah, I know people don't like that word, so I thought I'd use it. But no, I wanted to explain because I did it at the beginning, but what salty tadpoles meant. So basically, that's our listener base. So we actually call our listeners salty tadpoles. And I mean, like I said earlier, I can either explain why they're called salty tadpoles, or you can use your imagination and come up with the answer.
The way that this whole event has gone.
Yes. But I also do defend it by saying we are all made of salty tadpoles. So that's why.
You're not wrong.
Very fair.
Unless we go into some weird futuristic thing where we're somehow bioengineered in labs. You never know. Could happen.
You never know. Yeah.
It's possible with Gerald, at least.
So should we take us out with a couple of stories of the week, James?
I think we should.
Yeah. Oh, you're breaking up a little bit, James.
It's a wonderful.
Oh.
Did that? That's probably where I jump screen. Am I clear now?
Yes.
So it is.
Now I'm intelligent now because I've got my glasses on. So, shall I go first with my story?
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we got you.
Why not? Oh yeah, you've got it all. You've gone for that secretarial look.
I know, because I need glasses to read. Yes. I mean, we did say about porn, didn't we? So.
I was just about to say we're sliding to possible porn territory here.
One thing I will say, because this is actually, I'm feeling rather brave doing this, talking on a live stream, because I'm actually dyslexic and I've really struggled to read out loud. So I'm doing this and I kind of feel all right about doing it because it's for cancer. So, you've
got this.
If I stumble or get a little bit tongue-tied, then I know James will be fine, but just bear with me, please.
If it all goes horrible, don't worry, just think of porn. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, exactly. I will. Right, so this is a very British story of the week. So and it's bothering the microphone. Hold on. So, Nick, I'm not sure if you realise, but our Queen is having her 70th year of being Queen coming up. God. So, I know. Can you imagine doing one job for 70 years? It's insane, isn't it? I really can't believe that is hard. Sorry, my phone's interfering with the mic, so I do apologise. I hope it's not too irritating. So Heinz, which is, do you have Heinz in America?
We do. Ours is way crappier than the British version, though, because ours is loaded with high fructose corn syrup.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not good. But then ours is probably loaded with a load of sugar. So it's anyway. So Heinz unveils HM sauce and salad queen. So instead of salad cream, to mark the platinum jubilee. Because I'm almost certain that the Queen, when she was sitting there on the throne year one, she was thinking, I know, I really want to be a condiment one year,
I mean, I'm already, as soon as you've said what they're doing, I'm like, just shoot me now stage already.
And this is from the Sky News, not from the Metro, just so you know. So the condiments will be available on supermarket shelves this week. So I assume literally this week, ahead of parties, picnics, and parades over the 4-day bank holiday weekend in June, because we're getting the Thursday, Friday, and then obviously Saturday, Sunday off because of the Jubilee, so which is lovely. 2 of the UK's best known condiments are getting a royal makeover to make the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Heinz is releasing a limited edition bottles of HM sauce and Salad Queen to mark Her Majesty's 70 years on the throne. They're going to be available on supermarket shelves from this week, ahead of parties. Okay, it's literally repeating itself. I mean, does every newspaper actually write for the same place? After
this is
I think so.
Metro-worthy.
Yeah, I think so. I think they stole the stories from the Metro. There we go. After the contents have been splashed on helpings of Coronation Street.
US listeners about what? Who? It's a TV show, people. Come on, cut Gemma some slack. She's not yet had the ultimate porn-based slip-up. She's been saying condiment. It could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, it could have.
The Queen as well. She's done well. Come on.
So, Coronation Chicken and Buckingham sandwiches and bottles could serve a saucy souvenir. Ooh, saucy.
Oh.
Heinz senior manager, Ank von Hanstein, I think, let's go with that, said, "This is an extraordinary moment for the Queen and the great British public. And we want to celebrate this with 2 of our most well-beloved historical sources." So, I'm going to see if there's anything else, but I think releasing limited edition bottles in time for the Jubilee felt like the perfect fit. We hope our customers enjoy the celebratory design. See, I told you, I warned you. These amazing designs that are, going to mark the occasion. And they just add a squeeze of fun to the Jubilee celebrations. However, one is celebrating. So that'll do. I don't want to talk about that I don't want to read that anymore because we've pretty much got the gist of it. So,
my will to live almost went, but it's held on. The strange thing is they will become like collector's items, possibly.
Yeah,
that will happen. I mean, we'll probably all be dead but before they ever become, anything that's worthwhile, because there'll be thousands upon thousands of these things, I'm sure, sent out. But a bit of fun, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think we got much more time now, have we? So
we had one more donation come in, $37 from Michelle. Enjoyed the segment. Love your accents.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
37 in
Michelle.
a row.
And we are at 71, 77, 74. Ladies and gentlemen, steamrolling toward that $10,000 halfway barrier. So let's keep smashing our way forward. Please, before you guys run away, just please let them know where they can find Talking Codswallop on the internet.
Well, to be fair, first of all, you just pronounced Codswallop correctly. Most
impressed.
Americans really struggle with that. They say Codswallop.
Codswallop now.
Yeah.
Swallop seems to be the
I
big
do
one,
consume a lot of British media, so maybe it's just...
Excellent.
Definitely. Yeah, it's good. So on all social media, so Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, we're at Codswallop Pod. So that's COLLOPPOD. There we go. And also you can find us on pretty much any of the platforms that, you can, for podcast device. Our home, so to speak, is Podbean. So if you'd like to subscribe
Love
there,
Podbean.
yeah, I do too. I really do. They actually do look after everybody at, Podbean.
Every
so.
single year, Shannon from Podbean, she has us featured. Well, when I was on Epic Film Guys, it used to be Epic Film Guys, but now my cooking show, she features us every year for the week of the Livestream for the Cure to help to promote the event and everything. It's
That's amazing.
Unbelievable debt of gratitude to them. They're just amazing.
Yeah, because we were featured just recently as well. So on, not to gloat, but our numbers did rise up quite a bit. So I feel like we've kind of got the audience ish now that a 4-year-old podcast should have. Rather than
7. You're up to 7 now.
Yeah, we are. Yes. They're all here tonight, people.
Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you so much, Gemma and James, for being here. You're both amazing. Thank you for being here to help us raise money.